Good evening and welcome to the Strawberry Patch. I'm Carol Long and I have with me Teresa Key. We're going to talk a little bit about the Strawberry Festival, but we always want to give credit to our sponsors who make it possible that we can come and share this time with you. We have Tennerton Auto in Tennerton. If you go to Tennerton to the light at the middle school and turn left as you're going out the Tolmansville Road, you'll find Tennerton Auto. They'll take care of all your car needs. Joe Jeffrey will also come and pick you up if you've had a mishap with your car. They'll do inspections. So if you have any questions about your vehicle and you'd like some service, call 472-2174. We also have State Farm, Sharon Sabo. She's also located in Tennerton with State Farm on Route 20 South. And all the insurance needs that you might have with your property, with your vehicles, whatever, give them a call at 472-5390. And we do have someone else that's working with sponsorship this year, and that's Jaws Barbecue. And Gary Cannell is working with the barbecue. He also works with our vendors and things with the festival. So he's been kind enough to do a few shows. And you can reach him at 472-8608. If you get that number, he might have you referred to another number. Or you can always call 304-472-9036, which is our festival office number. Somebody mans the phone all the time. Leave your name, who you wish to speak with, what you're interested in, or what question you have, and somebody will get back to you. Well, now let's talk about what's going on with festival. We just had one big weekend, Teresa.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yes, this weekend was our Teen Queen and our first ever Mrs. Pageant. And it was a great weekend. We have for the first time, a new Mrs. And her name is Amanda Duffy. And she is coming to us from St. Albans, West Virginia.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, so she was one of the contestants, of course. And then we have Marlissa Lake is our queen-elect. And, of course, she didn't get her crown on Saturday night. She'll receive that at coronation. Mm-hmm. And I'm really happy to announce that Isabel Racy is our new teen queen. Okay. And I think that that's going to be a lovely court.
Where is she from?
She's from Morgantown.
Morgantown,
yes,
okay.
And Marlissa is from Philippine.
Okay. So they're spread out.
They are spread out.
That's neat. And you had the pageant for the Teen Queen and Mrs. on Saturday.
Yes.
And then something happened on Sunday.
Yes, Sunday was the Junior Royalty Pageant, and there were 51 contestants in that.
That's pretty good.
It is good.
And we brought the boys back this year.
We brought the boys back. The numbers were a little low. There were only 5. We don't have a Junior Royalty King this year. There wasn't enough interest, to get that.
When they get a little older, sometimes they don't want to do that.
No.
But they're always cute, and
Yeah.
I like to see them. And we use those children, don't we, with the Junior Royalty Parade?
Yes. Thursday night's parade is geared towards children and for the whole evening. And the Teen Queen, that's the Junior Royalty.
Yeah, she's fireman, isn't she? Do the fireman's parade?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, now, I think I learned something new from Charlena. The our Mrs. Strawberry will be in the horse and carriage parade.
That is her parade. She will reign over the horse and carriage parade. And so
I can just see her coming down Strawberry Lane. She's very pretty.
She's very beautiful. She's a mother of 3, and she messaged me today and asked if it would be okay if she ran in the 5K on Friday evening.
Okay.
And of course I said yes. And she said, well, she wanted to promote the festival and the Mrs. division. And she said now she got to go shopping and find something to wear for her strawberry run.
I think that particular part of the festival pageant will grow.
I think it will too. I think that, it being a first year, you always are a little, skeptical, but I think that in years to come, I think that will actually grow. And we actually had more contestants this year than last. So
For the
for
Queens and Teen.
Yeah, the Queen and Teen pageant, and I would like to see more local girls in it. But it was tough competition. I, as board representative, sat in on the interviews on Saturday, and I really felt sorry for the judges because.
Oh, I wouldn't want to be a judge. I like to sit back and say, "Oh, this is pretty. This is a pretty one. She has a pretty gown on," but I wouldn't want to be a judge. I think that's difficult.
It's fun. I like it.
Well, you do it sometimes.
Yes.
And you enjoy it.
I do enjoy it. I've met a lot of incredible people, and I have made a lot of friendships that will last me throughout my life.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, we've got this over with, and now the next thing we need to think about, I think our next event might be the Queen's Ball.
Yes. If I'm not mistaken, that date is May the 2nd.
May the 2nd at the
Yes.
Moose, but we're not sure of any of the other. Well, I think Stone Street is going to be the band.
Stone Street will be the band.
I have no idea what time it starts, and I don't have the price of the tickets yet. But we'll find that out, and as soon as we do, we'll get it in the newspaper for you.
Absolutely.
We do have our new brochure. It's out and about, and you can stop at the chamber office. I'm just going to show you front. It's got all kinds of information in it, and it's an interesting design.
It is.
It's
quite interesting.
If you've been out and about in some of these, well, I think maybe they have them at Walmart.
They do have.
Various places where you want to see it? Okay, there you go. You will see it's like a big tank.
It's a vending machine.
It's a vending machine, but it looks like it's a great big glass container. It has all kinds of things in the bottom, and then there's a clip that comes down.
Claw,
It's a
Carol.
claw.
A
Well,
claw.
whatever. A claw, yeah, that could be a claw. And it comes down and it picks things up.
Yes.
So in this particular thing, Ralston Press did this, and Brian Blankenship did a lot of the work on this brochure. And I asked him why there were wings on the strawberry, and he said because there's a strawberry in one of these containers and it has wings on it. So he thought we should be authentic and have the strawberry wings on there, and it also could represent our theme, Strawberry Dreams.
Angels.
Yeah.
Perhaps,
so-
yeah.
And then there's all kinds of different things that you'd find at Festival. Opening it up, you will find all kinds of events that are listed. On the back, I always like to give a shout out to our sponsors for anything
Absolutely.
that we get sponsors for. And the sponsors for our brochure this year would be the City of Buchanan, the County Commission, the CVB, which is Convention Visitors Bureau, the Development Authority, and have I left somebody out? Upshur County, and the Chamber of Commerce, yes. Those are all important. They're on the back. So if you see someone from, the city, the chamber, whatever, just thank them for the sponsorship to do this nice brochure. It's pretty bright.
It is very
colorful,
bright.
and it's got lots of information. You were going to talk about something a while ago when we were talking about it. We also have a page here, and I'm going to let Teresa tell you some of the things. We always have questions, where can I find strawberries? So we've got it on there.
Absolutely. My favorite is the Chapel Hill sugar cookies and the strawberry shortcake with the Chapel Hill sugar cookies.
Oh,
and
that's the way I eat mine. I don't eat it with the cake. I eat it with the cookies.
Absolutely. And
Homemade ice cream.
Homemade ice cream, the pancakes at the First Church, and the American Legion is going to have strawberry shortcake and drinks this year. And the 4-H group always has the really good steak sandwiches and stuff on the corner of East Lincoln and Kanawha. And where's that? West Lincoln.
West Lincoln.
West Lincoln. And so they're really good too. So a lot of local groups that, you have the opportunity to help them out. And
Right. Presbyterian Church is also doing a luncheon. And they're doing that on Thursday through Saturday. The nice thing, too, on this, it tells you that you can look at all the windows and see collectibles. People have some really neat things in the windows downtown. And also May 2nd is the Queen's Ball. And we have something else on May the 3rd, and we don't have a lot of information about that, but it's a golf tournament. And I know it starts at Riverbend.
Yes.
And it may be there the whole time.
I think it is there the whole time
I'm not
this
sure.
year.
And then down at the bottom of the brochure, if you have relatives, or we always put this on here because Buckhannon's centrally located.
It is very
And when you think about it,
located.
we're about 4.5 hours from Washington D.C., 2 hours from Pittsburgh, 4 hours from Columbus, Ohio, a couple hours from Charleston, and so we've got a map. Everything you need to know about the festival, even the history of the festival's in here. So.
It's important piece
It
of
is.
information.
And so far, unless some things happen that we're not aware of, it's pretty accurate.
Yes.
So let's look at some of the things that are going on. First of all, on the 9th is when it begins, and there's been a couple of changes, and Charlena went over those. But we need to continue to do that so people will know for sure when the coronation is and where the opening ceremonies are going to be. So you want to talk about the 9th?
Sure. The Strawberry headquarters will open that day at 8 a.m. and
that's
9
where we are
a.m.
now.
And that's where we are now on Main Street. And we'll have the coloring contest. Although the children in the county that choose to participate, all their artwork will be displayed here in the office for everybody.
And they're so proud of them.
They are.
A lot of the parents and grandparents and friends come in to see those.
And we'll have food and music and entertainment all throughout downtown before the horse and carriage parade. The girls are actually arriving about 2 o'clock that afternoon, and they're arriving about 11 that morning. And then they'll be here for opening ceremonies, and that's on the courthouse plaza.
Right. Last year it was not there because of the election. That's a one-time thing. I don't know how many years, it's been a long time since we have had that particular dilemma.
Right.
So it will be at the courthouse, and it will be on Saturday the 9th at 12 noon.
Right. And then at 4 o'clock is the horse and carriage parade. And it's full of pageantry. It is so beautiful, and it's majestic, and it's pretty nice to see.
You'd be surprised at some of the wonderful carriages that some of these folks have, and they're very particular about those carriages.
Yeah.
If it rains, they're not going to let them get wet.
No.
And we don't want them to be
No.
ruined. But that's a nice day, I think, for just a little Western flair, or maybe
country flair.
Well, country flair, and it sort of takes us back because in 1936, our princesses wrote a hay wagon pulled by horses through the parade. So it just gives you a little tradition handed down there.
There will also be, in Jawbo Park, there will be horse and carriage rides. I think that's important for the kids to, and the adults too.
I've not heard yet about the ponies. Sometimes we have pony rides, and some of that's still in the works. So, but that's going to be an interesting day. And then on Sunday it's Mother's Day. So we'd like to have something on Mother's Day, but we feel like that's a time when families need to be together.
To honor their mother,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And we always invite you to go to a church of your choice on Sunday. But there are two things going on the 10th. You want to tell us
Sure.
what that is? And one's a change.
One's a change, and at 10 o'clock on Sunday, May 10th, we would encourage everybody to go to the church of your choice, but if you don't choose to go to church that day, we're having the miniature horse show at Bennett Farm, and at 1 o'clock, they're having the West Virginia Draft horse and mule pull at Bennett Farm also.
So the little one, the miniatures at 10 and the others at 1.
Yes, and the queens will be there to, pick out their favorites and help pass out awards.
I have a question.
Yes.
For the folks who are watching, how do you get there to Bennett's Farm? Do you have any idea?
No, ma'am.
I don't either. I think it's out on the Elkins Road. You go out that way. We just need to make sure we have signs, and I'm sure there are signs.
There will be signs, I am sure.
Okay, that takes care of Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday, headquarters are open again at 8 o'clock, and we are in headquarters, which is just almost directly across from the annex of the courthouse on Main Street. That's also the day at 12 o'clock, the CEO clubs and the Quilters at Heart Guild are taking quilts.
Yes, for the quilt show. And if you haven't put anything in the quilt show, I really encourage you. It gives you a good feel as to where you are in your quilting. I was fortunate enough to put in a quilt last year that received 3rd place.
You've won before, too.
I've won before. I've won many awards, but that one was special. It was really nice. This competition was stiff.
And that's sort of put together by CEO members as well as Quilters at Heart members.
The Quilters at Heart will man the quilt show. They'll be there to pass out gloves, and there will be a people's choice, and the queens and the court will pass out ribbons.
And where is it going to be held?
It's going to be in the Rockefeller Gym at West Virginia Wesleyan.
And it's on the 2nd floor, and don't miss it because you can't do the stairs because there's an elevator.
That's right.
So and it doesn't cost anything.
No.
There's so many things that we do with the West Virginia Strawberry Festival that are free.
Most everything is free.
Yeah, you can't find all the entertainment that we have. Go to the parades, and in some towns, you have to buy a spot to put your chair to watch a parade.
Or you have to pay a gate fee to get in for the entire day.
True.
And, I've been at fairs around the state where you pay by person by the number of people in your car. And that can vary, and that can add up. So I think what the West Virginia Strawberry Festival offers is magnificent compared to what, it's offering.
We sure get a lot of age variety.
Yes.
And we have something for all ages. I'm going to mention one more thing, and then I'm going to get to some of the age groups. But on Monday, we have the Gamble Amusements.
Yes.
And they'll be downtown. I don't know just exactly what ride will be where, but if you come down to Main Street, they'll be down in the same area, maybe spread out a little more, but they'll be down in the Jawbone area, Spring Street area. So that starts at 6 o'clock on Monday, and they're here through Sunday.
Yes.
Now, we have no control over that fee.
No.
That's one that comes strictly from Gamble Amusements. However, if you do go to the carnival, you're helping the festival because we get a percentage.
Right.
And I think that's always important for folks to understand
It is.
that.
And, it always is dependent upon the weather. If
That's
it's
true.
If it's stormy, they can't.
You can almost guarantee it rains on Monday.
And Thursday.
Monday and Thursday, yeah. But, come and have a good time. Also on Tuesday, headquarters will be open, and again, if you have a quilt and you want to put it in, they're going from 9 in the morning till 5. Gamble's opens again from 6 to 10, and we have a Midway, which is in the same area as the food court. And that will be on, if you come down Main Street, if you're coming from the courthouse, you go down Main, turn left on Spring, and there's a really nice facility down there where we can put all kinds of vendors, and they have a main stage, and on Tuesday evening, Salty Dog's going to be there.
Yes, I talked to Gary today. It's either going to have a group, or Salty Dog is going to do karaoke for the evening. So
now, I've never heard Salty Dog.
Well, Salty Dog is the name of the karaoke company.
Okay.
So that's who did the sound and for the pageants this weekend. They're a local group, Jeff Saltis, but that's their company, Salty Dog.
Okay, I wasn't aware of that. Okay, so we get to Wednesday. I'm going to let you talk about Wednesday because something's going on Wednesday that you're involved with.
Yes, I have been involved with the senior activities since I came on board with the Strawberry Festival, and it's so rewarding to be around these people who I look up to, they're elders.
They're mentors, yeah.
Yeah, and so they will have their berry capping, and anybody that wants to participate can.
They're not just seniors that belong to the senior center?
Yes,
they
it
are.
is.
Okay.
It's the people that come, for lunch, and if they, some of them bring a knife. They have a special knife that they use.
Those folks can really cap strawberries in a hurry.
Caps can fly, but then we pick the top 3, and they move on to the championship on Friday.
And all of this is at the senior
Yes,
center. And that's down Main Street on Kanoa. You turn left there. And we
Yes.
usually have some signs out
Yes.
for that. So also they have some, if people like to do dominoes and
They have
checkers,
checkers.
they have a tournament.
Yes, a checkers and domino tournament, and that isn't until Thursday. I do
I was thinking
believe.
Thursday or Friday.
Um,
It's Thursday. Begins at 12.
Yes, the checkers and dominoes tournament begins at 12. The Queens will be arriving back in town on Tuesday night late. Isabel will be going back to Morgantown Tuesday evening because she has she's a high school senior and she's taking college courses, and so she has to go back for testing. But when they get back Wednesday morning, we're going to start judging all the events that
Usually
will get ribbons.
there's a Queen's Choice, a Teen's Choice, King's Choice,
President's,
and President's Choice,
and now Mrs.
and now Mrs. Choice.
Yes.
So you have a chance to win all kinds of things. Those are usually rosettes. I don't think
Yeah,
there's
they're
any
the really-
monetary
no.
awards.
Now the quilt show, it's monetary, but that comes through the CEOS and the Quilters at Heart, and I think they've picked up a sponsor for that also to help with the prizes.
Okay. Well, it sounds like Wednesday's moving right along. We've got the photography exhibit. That's also at the senior center, isn't
Yes.
it? So, what about artists? I mean, I don't know if they're going to have a display, but my goodness, are there some good artisans at the senior center?
Yes, but the major art show will be over at Wesleyan on the second floor, and
A lot of that's high school, isn't it?
no, I think that it's everybody.
Yeah, anybody that want, but there are, well, maybe there's a section that's from the high school.
I think that
But,
you're right.
But that's always interesting. And we also have the food court. It's
I
opening.
can't wait. I need a funnel cake,
Those are good.
and I need some deep fried pickles.
Oh, I love deep fried pickles.
Well, you and I'll have to go have some deep fried pickles
if we can
with
find the
Mackenzie.
time.
Yeah, it's pretty busy that week.
But it's open from 11 to 11, so that's good. And then the judging for the quilt shows at
Yes.
12 noon.
And that is a professional judge that judges those quilts.
We had something that came in new last year with the car cruise in on Main Street, and that's on Wednesday evening, and that's at 5:30. And I think there's a bluegrass jam at the courthouse as well.
Yes.
And we
And
have
then Ryan Kane and the Abels band is going to be at the Midway on the main stage at 7:00 that evening.
and there is something else going on at 7 for if you want to go to one thing, you can go to that, and if your choice is something else, there's just all kinds of things to do.
Lots of things to do.
Yeah, well, we have a coronation.
Yes.
And it's been moved back to Wednesday
Yes.
at 7:00 at Wesley Chapel. And I think I've heard that there's going to be a pre-coronation concert as well there.
Oh, that's
so,
nice.
And that's free to the public.
Yeah, and
And
that's-
then you get to go and have a chance to meet the royalty
Yes.
afterwards with a little reception type thing, and that's at French Sea. So those are all things going on Wednesday, which takes us to Thursday. You want to talk about Thursday a little bit?
Sure. They're having a craft sale at the First Presbyterian Church, and that is a really nice
Yes, it is.
craft sale. And I'm not sure when the craft show at Wesleyan opens, and I'm thinking that that's on Friday.
Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday. That is huge, and that's really nice. But getting back to Thursday, that's when they have all of the children's activities. You know, we have the diaper derby and the strawberry blonde, and
That's at the courthouse.
that's at
10
the
and
courthouse.
10:30.
So that will be nice. And of course, we have Gamble Amusements will be here again that evening. And then at 6:30 is the Junior Royalty Parade. And what I'm really looking forward to on Thursday night is the Joseph Sisters.
That's new. We've not had them before. Have you heard them?
Yes, they were at fairs and festivals in Charleston this year, and they blew me away. They are phenomenal.
Well, that's great. So
Yeah.
that's going to be at the food court.
Yes,
on
at the
our
main
midway,
stage.
At the main stage. So we've just got all kinds of parades. We've got all kinds of entertainment, wonderful food. Any place in town, you'll from the restaurants to the vendors and to some of our businesses downtown are also going to put some things out in front of their businesses.
Yes.
And so there's just no reason you can't find something strawberry to wear or strawberry to eat
Right.
or strawberry to put on your hat maybe.
Absolutely. And you know, something else that's going on Thursday evening is the opening night of Strawberry Idol.
That's true.
And that is gospel night. And that starts at 8:30. And that's at the Courthouse Plaza also.
And that's free.
Yes.
Just bring your lawn chair and come and listen to gospel sing at 8:30 on Thursday night, open class on Friday night at 8:30, and then on Saturday is the finals
Yes.
at 8 o'clock. That's a different time. And folks, if you're out there and you're thinking that you might want to enter a parade with your car, we could use vehicles if you have
Absolutely. Convertibles.
convertible, or sometimes we use Jeeps.
Yes.
They're in good shape. Anyway, if you have something like that you'd like to ride or drive for somebody, we have a lot of folks who need rides.
Yes, dignitaries.
Right. So if you're interested in that, or if you want to participate in the arts and crafts, you want to participate with the gospel groups that are in here for a lot of different things, and also for Strawberry Idol, you can go on our website, www.wvstrawberryfestival.com. You can also call 304-472-9036. Anything we've forgotten, we didn't get through Friday and Saturday, but that'll be next time. And we have.
All right.
I might just invite you back. You do a good job.
Thank you, Miss Carol.
But anyway, we have had a little bit of information for you, and we'll keep bringing you all these things and keep telling you the phone numbers to call and
The website.
and we also have it's info
At
WVstrawberry.
strawberry.com.
So we have an information that you can find out something. We have a website where you can get applications. We have a phone number you can call, and then that week the festival office will be open.
It's going to be here before we know
It's
it.
just about a month away.
Oh, that's scary.
It is scary. It is scary. And we always need volunteers, so if you're out there and you think you'd like to help with something that's going on with Strawberry Festival, call that 304-472-9036. And as always, we want to thank our sponsors, Tennerton Auto, 472-2174, State Farm with Sharon Sabo, 472-5390, and Jaws Barbecue, that's with Gary Cannell, 472-8608. We thank our sponsors, and I think that's about all the time. I want to thank you for coming.
Thank you for asking
It's
me,
not
Carol.
easy to sit and talk for 30 minutes by
Has it been
yourself.
30 minutes?
It has been 30 minutes.
Wow. And I'm not finished talking.
Well, we'll just do it again. But don't forget, these brochures can be found at many of the places in town and also at the Chamber office on Main Street. So we'll be back again next week with Strawberry Patch. So we hope you have a nice evening and join us again next week.